Hey, it's Adia Monet and I'm back with another video. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also turn on post notifications so you can be notified of my next posts. I know I'm late to the party. The girls, they were doing their ins and outs for 2024 a couple weeks ago when January 1st started. Listen, I was still getting my stuff together. But like, it's still January, so like, am I really late? So if you have not been able to tell by the title, I am going to do my ins and outs for 2024. You know, basically a fancier way to say your New Year's resolutions. And I'm usually a person who's like over the New Year's resolutions. Like everybody, every single year is like, this year is my year. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, okay, y'all keep saying the same thing every year, but like you're not doing it. Like, stop saying what you're gonna do and just do it. That's how I've been feeling for the past couple of years. I've never really had like New Year's resolutions for real, but like the same way everybody else is feeling about 2024, like very optimistic about it and stuff, I'm feeling that way as well. And this is also my golden year. I was born in 2000, so I turned the same age as the year. So like in 2023, I turned 23. 2024, I turned 24, but this is my golden year because I turned 24 on the 24th in 2024. Isn't that, you know, it's my golden year. I have to take this year seriously. Yeah, I think good things are gonna happen this year, and if I want good things to happen, I also have to put in the work. So I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to, you know, change how I go about certain things and do away with, you know, bad habits. Speaking of bad habits and just doing away with things, we're just throwing stuff in the trash. We're trying to look past it. We're only speaking about it now and then forever holding our peace. We're not talking about it ever again because we're trying to change moving forward. You know, we're not looking back on the past. So we're gonna start with the outs for 2024. Things I've been doing in 2023 and prior that I will not be doing this year, or at least trying to fix, because, you know, everything is a work in progress. It's not like, oh, one day, you know, for example, it's not like on January 1st, I'm a changed woman. I'm a completely different person. That's just not how it works. You have to keep doing these things so that it becomes a habit. First out, and this is probably one of my biggest outs because it's one of the things that irritates me about myself the most, is being shy and missing opportunities. So I don't know if you guys are able to tell from like my YouTube videos and stuff like that, but I am a very shy person. And it's not like shy where you're hiding behind your mom and like peeking out, like not that type of weird shy. It's like socially awkward shy. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but like I will want to talk to somebody so bad, but I just can't do it. I don't know, like it's just like don't talk to them. What are they gonna say? What if you're gonna be awkward? Like it's just so much going on in my brain, and I need to get over that. I am 23 years old. There's no way and no reason that I should be shy still. And it's not even like I grew up being shy. I actually used to be very extroverted. I was very outspoken. I made all of my friends. Like I was the recruiter. You wanted to be a part of our friend group? I wanted you in my friend group. I was going up to you and I was like, hey girl, want to sit with us? Like I was that girl. I don't know what happened. I just used to be very outspoken, talked a lot. That was one of the things that was always on my report card. This girl talked too much. Now it's Adia just be in the back. She just be, nah, actually I don't be in the back. But like, you know, I just be observing. I became and observer. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. But I just need to break out of my shell. Like, it takes me so long to break out of my shell. It's ridiculous. Maybe about, like, say you meet me now, it'll probably take me like a year and some change for you to actually meet the real me. And just like being shy and stuff and being scared to go up to people and have conversations and small talk, because I'm also bad at small talk, so I could add that to my list. Become better at small talk, because when I tell you I don't know what to say, all you'll get from me is, oh yeah, oh wow. Those are my 3 default responses. You can't tell if I care or not. So, you know, I have to become more interactive, and me not being that way does go hand in hand with me missing opportunities, because in spaces where I should have said something, I don't. And then I look back at it and then I'm like, you could have said this, or you could have marketed yourself and stuff like that. Like a couple weeks ago, I was at Target, and you know, there was this lady behind me. She was behind me at the self-checkout, and then I had went to Starbucks and she was behind me again, and she complimented my shoes and stuff. I had on my Sean Witherspoon Adidas Superstars, and she was like, those are really nice, and just talking to me about my shoes and like her wardrobe and stuff like that. And I looked at her outfit. She was very well dressed. She had on a monochromatic outfit, very cute, and she was just telling me about her plans for 2024 and like, you know, trying to get out of wearing predominantly monochromatic outfits. And you know, within that conversation, we touched on the topic of school and fashion school. I found out that she was a fashion student, you know, a couple years ago. She was way older than me, but you know, nonetheless, she's a fellow creative. And I talked about how I went to school for fashion as well and how I do YouTube and stuff. But at the end of the conversation, I did not market myself. I did not give her my social media. I didn't get her social media. I might never see that lady ever again unless I run into her at that Target again. But like, that was definitely a missed opportunity for me to connect with other creatives and people within my field. If you guys didn't know, I went to school, well, I just said it, I went to school for fashion and got my bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising and design. So like, you never know what she could have, you know, known, what connections she could have had that she could have introduced me to. So that's definitely an L I took. I'm gonna take that on the chin or whatever, but in 2024, we're not missing any more opportunities. I'm gonna try to you know, get people to follow me on my socials and stuff like that. I'm just tired of being shy. Like, it's so annoying. It's like crippling. It's so annoying being shy. So if y'all can relate, you know what I'm saying. Next out on my list is overthinking. I am a very deep overthinker, to the point where it gives me anxiety. I've never been diagnosed with anxiety, but I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm pretty sure I have anxiety. Not too bad where I need to be like medicated or anything like that, but like, I do have anxiety, and I do have like mini anxiety attacks where like I'm like really breathing heavy and just like too much going on. I need to go drink some water. That's the most I'll do, is go drink some water, because like, girl, you're acting a mess right now. I overthink so much over the littlest things, the things that I be like dwelling on. And it's kind of crazy because like in the same breath, I'm also nonchalant. So I don't really care about a lot of things, but the things I do care about, I dwell on and I overthink. And I don't want to like ever get to a point in my life where I'm overthinking so much to the point where I'm having like severe anxiety attacks and it eventually leads to a mental breakdown. You might think, Adia, that is a lot. That just goes to show how much I be overthinking. Like, who would really think overthinking can lead to a mental breakdown? But like, that runs in my family. I'm not trying to be the one to have the mental breakdown. Okay, I'm trying to be healthy and living my best life. And to do that, I need to do away with overthinking. Nothing is ever that serious for you to be sitting there and like going crazy about. Relax, breathe a little bit. And like when people say there are like anxiety exercises that you could do, like breathing and stuff, I don't know if that's not working for me or if I'm doing it right, but it don't be working. I be trying, like I be overthinking and I be getting anxious, and then I be like, okay, let's breathe, then I overthink how I'm breathing. Like, am I breathing right? Oh my gosh, like what if I suffocate? You know when you start manually breathing and you're like, bro, yeah, that'd be me. Overthinking, we're not doing it this year. Y'all are not about to occupy my mind like that. The only thing I should be overthinking about is my future. And even still, I don't want to stress myself out about it, but it's something I do need to think about and that I do need to take seriously. But anything else, friendships, relationships, all that other stuff, no, I don't have time for that energy. So next on the list is gossip. Now, I'm not a big gossiper, but this is on my list because the little here and there's where I'm like, oh girl, like that needs to stop. I don't know when that started, but it needs to stop because I've never been a gossiper. I've never been into drama. I don't even know these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know people like that. So who am I to talk about somebody? What if somebody's talking about me? What if I get karma for talking about somebody? No, that needs to be nipped in the bud before it gets even worse. I don't know if it's bud or butt, so don't even do me. But either way, it needs to get nipped. So I don't really have much to say about gossip. If you are a gossiper, y'all need to tighten up and lock in and worry about yourself. There's so many other things in the world that you could be worried about than other people. And this goes for gossip about girls or guys within your community, within your social circle, and celebrities. I don't care for none of the celebrity drama. All of that is gossip. You asking me about such and such and what's the name? I don't know. I don't care to talk about that. No. Unless it has something insightful to do with it, or you know, for a better cause, or like somebody made a really good point and we're talking about it, then that's when I'll have the conversation. But if you're telling me about this girl and her baby dad, I don't want to know, nor do I care. So yeah, we need to do better. Stop feeding into all of this celebrity drama. Stop feeding into all of the drama at school, on campus, wherever you're at the workplace. We're not talking about people today. We're not talking about people this week. We're not talking about people this year. We're worrying about ourselves. If anybody asks you if you have an opinion on something, you be like, no, I'm just like, you know, so it is what it is. It is what it is. That's all you can say. That's all you can do. Besides talking about somebody, what else can you do to make whatever situation it is a better situation? Okay. Another big out for me. On the list of top 3 outs is my procrastination and inconsistency. I've been a procrastinator for a long time now, y'all. This one is definitely going to be hard to overcome. And I've seen videos like this on TikTok about it that I can definitely relate to. They said it's linked to ADHD. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I have ADHD, but it's like I don't do things until it's like urgent, like I have to do it. If there's ample time for me to do something, I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna keep pushing it off. Like, oh, you could do it tomorrow. Girl, you could do it next week. Girl, you could do it. And then it's the day before and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'm stressed. But then the stress also gives me like a fire under me. and I get it done, and I get it done well. And that's how I've always worked, and it's worked in my favor. But like, who wants to live that way? You know, when you could just do things in advance so that you don't have to worry about them. It sounds logical. It's easier said than done, but like, for a procrastinator, it's just like, oh my gosh, if I don't have to do any work right now, why would I sit here and do work? It's called being responsible. And as for my inconsistency, I know I say this all the time. I know I come on here and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna try to be more consistent, blah, blah, blah. I say that every time I go on a hiatus and come back. And I know y'all are tired of it. Y'all are like, girl, at this point, we don't even believe you. You like the girl that cried wolf. And then when you finally get serious about it, it's like nobody like believes you. And this is a new slate, a new gear. If I want to start being consistent, I need to start now. I don't need to keep pushing it off like, oh, in February, I'm going to start being consistent. Oh, I wasn't consistent in February. Let me do it in March. Like, it's just going to keep pushing from month to month, and I don't have time for that. Especially if I want to take social media seriously, I need to be more consistent with my content and just with everything in my life. Being consistent with not procrastinating. If I start something and I'm trying to start a habit of getting things done in advance, I need to be consistent with that. Those are some of the things that like really annoy me about myself, that I just wait to the last minute for everything. Like, last minute being a day or two before, and I'm like, bro, oh my gosh, like, I get it done, like I said, but you shouldn't want to live like that. So if you have a problem with procrastination as well, and just being inconsistent with maybe like doing your homework or like going to work on time, let's try to fix that right now while it's still January going into February, but it's still the beginning of the year. You still have time to put in those efforts and make them habits by the end of this year. Next out is being too nice. Now, when I say this, it's like, I'm not a very friendly person. Not saying I'm mean or like standoffish. Well, like, nonetheless, I'm not that friendly. Meaning, I don't go out of my way to make friends. I don't go out of my way to speak to people and just be open arms. You know, I'm just here. I'm me. And yeah, whoever gravitates towards me, that's what happens. And I feel like that kind of shows who's meant to be your friend or not in the first place. I'm very observant about who I let around me. The being too nice part is that, like, when I'm with my friends or around like co-workers and stuff like that, I tend to be like a people pleaser, if that makes sense. Like, I have a hard time saying no. If I don't want to do something, I just be like, I'll probably have an attitude about it, but I most likely won't say no. And I'm getting older. I'm grown. Like, we need to just start saying no. Do you want it? No. Can you? No. And like, I don't know why we're raised to think that saying no is so rude and stuff. It depends on the context and how you say it. But like, if you don't want to do something, or if you don't feel comfortable with something, or, you know, going somewhere, just say no. Stop being so nice. Stop being a yes man. Or, one thing about me, I'm not a yes man, but like, I won't say yes or no. I'll just be like, I'll think about it. Then I'll try to come up with an excuse to soften the blow when I could have just said, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go. I don't feel like blase, blase, blah. Stop trying to sugarcoat everything. Stop trying to appeal to people. You don't have to be rude about it. Your delivery could be very nice. Like, you know, I don't think that this is something I feel comfortable doing. I hope you could understand. Keep it short and simple. There's so many other ways you could say no, but still getting your point across and making it known and stamped, like, okay, she's not playing, she's not gonna think about it, because that's another thing I'll do. I'll think about it, or I won't respond. Like, girl, grow up. People will not have the same sympathy for you. If they don't want to do something, they're gonna be like, no. Especially when you go out into the real world, they're gonna tell you straight up no, and you're not gonna know how to handle it. You're not gonna know how to take it because you don't operate that way. Next is pessimism. That's such an ugly word, right? Oh my God. Being pessimistic is literally terrible for your mental health. And being overly optimistic isn't realistic as well, but you have to have a balance. You have to be real. Me, I tend to look at the negative side of things a lot of the time. I don't know why. I feel like that is so ugly. Like, it's with the overthinking. I swear it's the overthinking. It's like, I hope I don't fail this test. Like, say I study real hard for a test. I know that I know the material and stuff, but in my head, I'm like, I hope I don't fail, when I should be saying, I really hope I pass. You gotta flip the way you word things, the way you think, because what you say out into the universe, into the air, is set in stone. You're speaking it into existence. I think that goes hand in hand with self-deprecating. Let's see if I'm saying that right.
Self-deprecating.
Yes. It says that it's when you're very critical of yourself, and you do it by like undervaluing your like opinions or like abilities and stuff like that. That also goes hand in hand with another out I have. I'm not often thinking about the positive as I am the negative. Like, for example, with the out of procrastinating and being inconsistent, I'm thinking in the back of my head, oh my gosh, like, what if I don't live up to what I'm saying? What if I can't be consistent? Why can't you? Who's telling you this? Who's telling you you can't be consistent? Who's telling you that you're going to give up? Who's telling you that you're not going to be able to fulfill your promises to yourself? No more of that. I'm going to try to have more optimistic ideals and thoughts this year. I feel like that will definitely change my outlook on life and just the things I choose to do with myself. This is literally kind of the same thing, but doubts in my abilities. I'm very, very critical of all of my talents. I've grown up as a creative. Even going to school, I went to a performing arts school, and they used to tell us to take like career tests and stuff like that just to figure out what we wanted to do. Every single time, and I've taken multiple career tests, y'all. Every single time I get a job that's within the creative field, I've never been interested in anything else but being a creative. But within being a creative, and y'all might be able to relate, you are very, very critical of what you create. You're very self-conscious about what you create. You don't want people to see. You're embarrassed about it sometimes because it's just like, I did this from my heart. This is something that I came up with. I created from scratch, or whatever the case may be. And I've always been like, this could be better. This could be better. And that's a good way to think sometimes, because there's always some way that you can improve something. But like, also cut yourself some slack. Like, this is really good. I would like to say that I'm very good at dance and making choreography. But like, every time I made a dance, I'm like excited about it at first because I'm like, oh, this is fire. And then it comes time to teach it, and like, it may be hard for the other girls to learn based off of how fast I teach, or like how intricate the moves may be. And now I'm overthinking my dance, like, oh, this is bad. this is real bad. Like, you should have made better choreography, or you should have been able to teach this better. Like, why didn't you practice this more? When, like, girl, everybody learns at different paces, and your dance is fine. And when it's done, it looks great. Like, girl, this is only the first day. So yeah, I'm also very like iffy about my outfits sometimes, and I know I dress very well and stuff, but I just be looking at my wardrobe and I just be like, or like it'll be a couple of days that go by, or like a week that goes by, that I don't really throw an outfit on for real. Like, I'm just chilling and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you cannot dress. What is going on? Or I criticize the way I edit my videos on social media, when I like to think that I'm pretty good at editing. But like, it goes with comparing yourself to others and other creatives that might be on social media and stuff like that. That's the toxic part of social media, when like some people may have been doing this longer than you. Some people have a background in graphic design or like TV production, where they work with editing softwares, or they might have went to film school. Like, y'all, I watched these twins, and their vlogs are movie level vlogs. They look like freaking movies. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could edit like that and film like that. Y'all, they are way older than me, and they went to film school. That's what they do for a living. I'm doing fine where I'm at, you know, and over time, you improve more. Like, from the beginning of when I started YouTube and like TikTok and stuff like that, and first started off with editing, you can see the improvement from then to now. So I just need to cut myself some slack and stop doubting everything I do. I have so many talents, so many things that I'm good at doing, and I be feeling like I'm mediocre at all of them when I'm actually pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna take some work, gonna take some mantras. I'm gonna have to build some mantras to start saying to myself. And this one, should I even say this? I guess I'll say this, but like, the last out for 2024, and this just goes for relationships. I'm not in a relationship right now, y'all. I don't know why I put this. Well, I do know why I put this, but like, it's to not do girlfriend things for people that aren't your man. And that is a bar that all of us need to, you know, listen to. Not saying that you shouldn't be nice or that you shouldn't be thoughtful and stuff like that, but if a man isn't your man, you should not be doing girlfriend things, because then he has nothing to like look forward to for real. He's like, she's already treating me like this, and I'm not even like hers for real. We're not even locked in for real. We like this, and she treating me like what? She's giving me bread and butter. I'm having my cake and I'm eating it too. And no, could be friends. We could be, you know, kicking it, be cool, do friendly things, but we're not about to start acting like boyfriend and girlfriend. And you didn't pop the question, you didn't ask me, you don't have any intentions of being with me. Like, that's just dumb. I feel like girls do that a lot because we like a lot harder than we would like to admit. I'm not even gonna say we like harder than boys or love harder than boys, because I feel like when guys really are intentional about you and stuff like that, and really have deep feelings for you, you will see it, and it will definitely show through everything he does. I would say that as women, we do fall faster than they do. They gotta weigh everything out. They gotta see what's really good, what's tea. When with women, we're like, oh, he is so cute, he did this, that, and the third, I like him. I like him, and now I'm about to, that's my man. When, girl, that's not your man. He probably looking at you like you don't. So that's it for all the outs. I know that was very long-winded, but you know, I feel like I dropped some gems. I also realized some things about myself that I need to fix. So Yeah, and now we're gonna get into the ends for 2024. I'm very excited about these ends. And yeah, the first one and the most important one is becoming closer with God, buying a Bible, praying more, and healing. Everybody needs healing. It don't matter what point you are in your life. You're never done healing. You're never done growing. So it's not that, oh, I'm hurt or I'm going through a heartbreak or I'm broken. Like, no, I'm fine. But everybody needs to heal. Everybody needs to grow and get closer with God. I do pray already, but I need to pray more and I need to be more disciplined. I need to use better words. I need to know what I'm talking about more. And I feel like that would help if I started reading the Bible. I do want to get a nice little Bible, a cute one. I want like a purple one because they be having the cute pink ones and stuff for people who like pink and all these cute different designs. I think I would really enjoy that. I also saw that there's like this action Bible that has like pictures. That sounds very childish, but it's like kind of like a comic book and it looks really interesting. I feel like that would keep me intrigued because I went to a private school from 4th grade to 8th grade, and coming from public school and then going to private school and like learning about all the different Bible stories and stuff like that, I feel like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Some of the stories did scar me a little bit at such a young age, but nonetheless, I always found them really interesting, and I feel like having the action Bible will definitely aid in like me picturing it in my mind. Of course, I'm still gonna read the regular Bible, but having the action Bible I feel like would be really cool to have. So those are some of the purchases I want to make, and I feel like it's just time to get closer with God. I see people on TikTok getting closer with God, and I'm actually really loving it. I'm loving the shift. I'm loving I'm just loving how everybody's bringing themselves to Christ and repenting and all the things that they need to do. So I want to start that journey for myself. I also want to be able to find a church that I like, even if it's like sermons on YouTube that I sit here and watch. But I always wanted to find a church that was for me, that I really enjoyed. I liked the message, I liked the people, and yeah, I feel like growing up I've been to churches where like I don't see that many young people, not many people that I could sit and talk to about how well they understood the word for the day. And I don't mind being around older people and stuff like that. They do have a lot of wisdom to share, a lot more understanding and stuff, but I feel like it would be a lot more refreshing to see more people my age that I could talk to and mingle with, connect with, and build healthy relationships with. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Next on my list is consistency with content creation. I spoke on that briefly with inconsistency, but like I said, I want to start being more consistent with content creation, that being YouTube, TikTok. I just started posting on IG Reels. I want to start posting on Pinterest because I heard about Pinterest and everything they have going on. Keeping up with my Amazon storefront, and I think that's it. I was getting overwhelmed when I knew that I wanted to do social media, but that there's so many platforms to work with. I felt like I needed to work with all of them when I only need to work with the ones I feel comfortable using, the ones I think I will receive the most traction on and stuff like that. So those are the platforms that I want to use. I have not started using Pinterest yet, besides like making my pins and stuff like that. I feel like my Pinterest is really nice, the stuff I save, but I never really posted on there before. So I'm gonna look into that and how I can capitalize is such an ugly word, but basically capitalize off of Pinterest. I also want to start introducing other things that I love to do in my life onto my social media. So I know that my channel and that my TikTok was predominantly fashion and lifestyle, but I want to start introducing my other hobbies and things that I'm good at, like dance, like choreography videos and stuff like that. I'm doing an open dance class next month, so I definitely want to get that vlog in. I'm also very much into music and collecting records right now. I just finished my setup, so definitely stay tuned and be prepared for more music content, whether that be like reviewing albums, showing you my record collection and things of that sort. I also like to collect books. I have a nice little, my books are over my my record player and stuff, and I have a great collection so far of Black books that I'm reading. I'm challenging myself to read 1 book a month. I think that was supposed to be on my my ins and outs, but I'm challenging myself to read at least 1 book a month, and then, you know, do a book review. So be prepared for book reviews and stuff like that. I'm so excited to add those things onto my channel because they're things that I really love to do, but I have no way to speak about it, you know? I have no way to let that urge to talk about these things out, because I have friends, but a lot of them don't read like that, or they're not like into record collecting for real. I only have like 1 friend into record collecting and like 2 friends that like to read. So I need people that want to engage with me on these things and recommend books or albums and stuff like that. So along with me reading at least 1 book a month, I also want to collect at least 1 record a month. I usually collect like 2. I have an addiction right now to buying records, but it's only gonna benefit me in the end because I'm gonna have a fire collection. But yeah, I want to have enough records to at least give y'all a starter's record collection. I've been collecting records for about a year now, and I just got my new Audio Technica record player, my speakers, and the stand, so it's getting legit. When I first started, I had the little suitcase John, and I was like, this is not cutting it. So that's where I'm trying to go with my content. So I just want to do fashion, music, lifestyle, and books. Occasional hair, but I'm not really like a hair person. I don't really do my hair like that anymore, y'all. It stays in a braid out. How many braid out videos do y'all want? Next on my list of ends is speaking up for myself. I think this kind of just goes in with being shy. I don't really like speak up for myself. Like stuff that irritates me and I could let somebody know that, I don't. I just have an attitude, and I just will be standoffish, and I won't talk to you ever again, when I could just speak up. And there are occasions where I do, like, if I'm really like, it has to really be like messing with me, like it has to really be grinding my gears because that's when I have to say something. That's when I really have to let you know why you made me upset and what we could do to fix this. How can we come to a consensus, an agreement? Cause like, yeah, I just need to speak up for myself more with everything. With everything. That's such a broad statement, very vague, but literally, just generally speaking, I need to speak up for myself more because I let a lot of things fly, and we not trying to have nothing fly no more. Like, I need to stand on business, and I hate that phrase, but in this sense, I don't know, there's lack of better terms. Next is being more outgoing and outspoken. Girl, how many times you gonna write the same thing on here? But this is a little bit different because I want to start going up to people and like say, hey girl. Not like that, but like, hey girl, how are you? The most I'll do is tell somebody I like their outfit or I like their hair, but other than that, no. And I'm gonna give y'all an example. I just went to Soho last week with my friend. Y'all will be getting that vlog soon. But at the end of the night, I had to take the subway back to World Trade Center and then go back to Jersey, right? And when I had got on a subway from Brooklyn, there was this other black girl that was waiting for the subway as well. And there was a car that had pulled up to us, like the train car, and she didn't want to get in that one. And I didn't want to get in that one either. Like, it was somebody sleeping on there, but like his head was covered with the blankets and stuff. And I just feel like it was late. It was almost 12 a.m. I don't know what he's gonna do, especially with me being a woman. So, you know, yeah. So she walked to the car in front of it. So I followed her and we got on the same train. And she sat like across from me over there a little bit, and I noticed that her outfit was really cute. It was giving vintage. She was a very pretty girl, and like she kept looking at me and I was looking at her, and I was like, dang, like, you know, I want to talk to her. She looks like she's nice, whatever. But me being shy and me not being an outspoken person and not knowing what to say and me being socially awkward, I didn't say anything. And, you know, I thought I was going to get off the train and I was just never going to see her again. But, like, she got off at the same stop as me, walked in World Trade Center with me, and got on the same train as me to go back to New Jersey. So I'm like, she's from Jersey, too. And we're waiting for each other. And it's kind of like, you know how black women, like, when we're in a situation where, like, our safety is at risk, we kind of stick together. It's kind of like a mutual understanding that we gotta have each other's back. It was kind of like that. Like, we were the only black girls there, and we would just like be waiting for the train, but like standing next to each other and stuff like that, so we don't look too alone. But I didn't say anything to her, and she didn't say anything to me, and I was just like, dang, that could have been a cool person I met. Her outfit was fire. Like, she dresses really nice. She's very pretty, and I don't know, she just seemed like a nice girl. So I wanted to say something. I wanted to at least tell her her outfit was nice. She even sat next to me on the train. Y'all, the train back to New Jersey. I didn't say nothing. I was too scared. I was too shy. I was like, what am I gonna say? I like your outfit, and then what? You got Instagram? That is so weird to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's me overthinking, but just asking straight off the bat, like, you got Instagram, is weird to me. Like, I feel like you gotta have a little conversation first, and then I could decide whether I want to give you my Instagram or not. I want to be more outgoing and more outspoken. I want to be more extroverted and speak to people. Be nice. Be friendly. Like I said, I'm not friendly, as you could tell. That was not very friendly of me. I just be there. I just be present, for real. So I want to be able to make friends off my own will. Next in is keeping my nails and toes done. I want y'all to look at my nails right now. And don't judge me. These nails are from my birthday. But this just goes to show how I'm not used to keeping my nails done. Girl. Overgrown and broke. Get it together. I felt really cute, really fishy when I got my nails done for my birthday. I'm only getting gel polish. This is gel polish. So these are my real nails. But, you know, I just need to get them done again. And this one broke from me changing the mannequin at work. But, like, I felt really cute. I felt really feminine. I had my rings on and stuff. And rings look so much better when your nails are done. I'm not into the intricate designs and stuff like that. But just having your nails a cute color is nice. And I'm not used to having my nails done because I was a gymnast and I was in dance, and in gymnastics and dance, you can't really have your nails done. Gymnastics, especially with us doing bars and stuff and flips, your nail will be broke in a heartbeat. It was never really no point for me to get my nails done. Why would you do beam with your nails done? And I've done gymnastics for a very long time, so within those developing stages of my life, like middle school through high school, where you start to get into those things, I didn't really have time to. Like, I was an athlete and that's it. This year I want to start keeping my nails and toes done so I can feel more like a gal, because I'm very tomboy. So next in is staying on top of my bills and responsibilities. That's enough in itself. Like, being more responsible, basically. I would say I'm a responsible person, but there are some things that I'm very lax and nonchalant about that I should care about real bad. Like, seriously, I should care about them. But I just be like, I'll do it tomorrow. Procrastinating. So just being more responsible with the things that I tend to overlook and push off. So next is being more thoughtful towards my friends and family. I want to be a better person. Not saying I'm a bad person, but being thoughtful is always nice. Just picking up little things for people and stuff. My love language is not really acts of service, so people could probably think that I'm not being thoughtful or whatever, but like, I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate my friends and my family and stuff. It's just that the way I show love is kind of different, and I'm not really expressive of my emotions as well. So I definitely have to think about other people's emotions and their love languages and the way they receive love from people and take it into account. My love language is more so quality time. So I show my appreciation and stuff like that by being around somebody and just like, I don't know, I just want to be there for real. And to most people, it's just like, do you even care? Do you even like me? When it's like, yeah, I'm here, right? I'm spending time with you, but not a lot of people receive that well. So definitely being more thoughtful to my friends and my family, family and friends. Put family first. But yeah, this is on my top 3 or top 5 maybe, is experimenting with my style and trying not to fit into an aesthetic box. My style has always been very versatile. I love that I'm able to switch it up. I love that I'm able to mix and match, especially with not buying a lot of new pieces often. I'm not really a big shopper for real, but I feel like my style speaks for itself. I am very creative when it comes to my outfits, but I feel like lately I've been very overwhelmed with my style and my wardrobe and stuff like that, and feeling like I don't have enough aesthetically pleasing clothes. I don't have enough new pieces. I don't look like this aesthetic or that aesthetic. And girl, wear what you want to wear. You know, you do not have to fit into the baggy tomboy box or the preppy Tyler the Creator box or the grunge box. Like, girl, if you feel like being preppy one day, baggy one day, girly another day, and grunge next week, then that's what you do. And that's what I've been doing, but I found myself really dwelling on the fact that, like, what aesthetic am I? What is my style? What is my style? When my style is based on how I'm feeling for the day. My style is whatever I think is cute, and that is okay. That's how it should always be. I feel like social media is really getting to my and society's heads to where we need to fit in a certain aesthetic all the time, and it's like, that's not a realistic way to think. Definitely going to be experimenting with my style, trying things that I haven't tried before. I feel like I've tried a lot of different styles over the past couple of years and stuff, but there's a lot more learning to do. There's a lot more ways that I could style things and learn how to layer better and, you know, get more accessories. I need to buy a lot more accessories like jewelry, and I have a lot of bags, so like I don't really need more bags, but like I do need more bags. But I definitely need a lot more tops and more sweaters for this weather. Go thrifting more because, you know, I be cheap. I don't be wanting to go to the store and spend a bag on clothes, but I'll spend a bag at the thrift store. And I have a lot of nice thrifted things. Like, a lot of my really cool pieces are thrifted, so definitely going to be doing that. That's one of my ends that I'm most excited for. So yeah, next on the list for ends for 2024 is therapy. So I feel like therapy is a very taboo topic in the Black community. We don't really grow up thinking that we need therapy, that we need somebody to talk to and express our feelings to, but we do. There's a lot of things that we have that go undiagnosed, a lot of maybe mental problems or like triggers that we need to find out about, trauma that we need to unpack that we don't, and we end up living with it for like the rest of our lives. And that's something that I don't want to do. I want to live a healthy life, and I want to be able to express myself and better myself by going to therapy and being met with the things that I need to work on, if that makes sense. So if I do have anxiety, what could my therapist suggest for me to do to, lessen my anxiety? Or if I do have trauma, what can I do to unpack those things and accept it and move on with my life? I don't really think I have trauma, but that's why you go to therapy, to actually like sit down and think about life and really dig deep. Because a lot of the time I won't remember things that happened to me until like I really dig deep. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna push it to the corner of the back of my mind, and I will never think about it again. But if you ask me, has this ever happened to you? I'll be like, oh wow, that did happen to me. But like, I pushed it so far in the back of my mind that I don't even give any energy. And that might be a good thing, because I don't dwell on like past instances or whatever. But like, girl, you need to come to a sense of acceptance as well. You can't just ignore everything. And that's what I tend to do. But I do want to seek therapy. I feel like there's a lot that I want to talk about. I mainly want to go to just talk about why I might be so anxious all the time, especially since I've never been like that growing up. Even in high school, I wasn't that anxious. I also want to talk about like my career plans and like my fear of the future, and whether it's, I remember my mom asking me if I'm scared of success, and I thought I was scared of failure. But I feel like if I go to a therapist and really unpack that, she'll be able to tell me, or he, I really want a girl therapist, a Black woman. She'll be able to tell me whether I'm scared of success or I'm scared of failure, because that's something really confusing to think about. I feel like Black people need to seek therapy. It's not always a bad thing. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. You're just going to talk to somebody about something, somebody that will not tell your business and will make you feel comfortable. That's their profession, that's their job. And then these are the final two. The second to last in is keeping up with exercise. So whether that be dance, I also want to try Pilates. I've been to a couple pole classes, which is fun. I thought about taking that a little bit more seriously, like just taking pole classes more consistently, but I don't know. I kind of really want to do dance classes. Like, I gotta find a good dance studio to take dance classes. That's always been the way I've worked out. I've always worked out using dance or like gymnastics. I've never been like a gym head. I hated conditioning, but I always stayed in shape by dancing and stuff like that. So I would like to keep it that way. Or Pilates. Pilates is cute. And then if all else fails, I might have to get in the gym, y'all. I never was really like a gym person. I tried the gym out in 2020. It was cool. I liked it, but not enough for me to stay because I'm not there. If I can find a good dance studio to go to take consistent dance classes, or like take some Pilates classes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look into that this year so that I can stay in shape, because I do not want my back to get big. And last on the list is solo dates. I do hang out with myself a lot, but I don't take myself on dates. I'll go get me a little meal, takeout, but I don't take myself on a date. I want to go to the movies by myself. I'm very scared about going to like a restaurant by myself. That's kind of crazy to me. I feel like it might be cool to go to a restaurant by myself. Where else can I go for a solo date? I don't know. I'm just gonna look it up, but I feel like that would be very, very fun. Might have me look at things differently and just work on self-love. I do love myself. I love my alone time. I love hanging out with myself and indulging in my hobbies and stuff, but I need to take myself on a date for real. Like, get dressed up and go out, because I be having such nice outfits and I just be like, girl, where are you going though? Like, all those heels in my closet and nowhere to wear them to. That was the end of my list for ins and outs in 2024. I did make this list a couple weeks ago, like when all the other girls were posting on YouTube. I made this list probably like January 1st or January 2nd, and I didn't think to make a video on it until now, but it's still January, so yeah. But I'm very excited for this year. I have very high hopes and expectations for this year. Some of my goals I did not put on this list because it's better unsaid, so that I can really lock in and get those things done. But I do have some goals that I want to reach this year, so very excited. This is my golden year. I turned 24 at the end of the year. I just turned 23, so we're not even gonna say I'm turning 24. I literally just turned 23. I'm expecting a lot. Hopefully I can keep these promises to myself. Of course, not everything is gonna get done on the list, you know, but at least majority of the list should be done away with and adapted. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys were able to relate with some of my ins and outs for the year. If you have any ins and outs that you are excited about this year, please drop them below. I would love to hear what you guys have, what goals you guys have set for yourself. Stay tuned for my next video. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you can be notified of my next post, and share this video with a friend so that we can get to 20K. You guys can also check out my Amazon storefront for anything. Honestly, everything is on there. Music recommendations, book recommendations, all the stuff I talked about in this video that I'm going to be putting on this channel is already on my Amazon storefront. So if you want good books to read, you want good music, you want to know what record player I have or what good record player to get so that, you know, you could start your record collecting journey, all of that is on my Amazon storefront. Fashion finds, etc., etc. If you want to interact with me on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at AdiaMonet. That is also my TikTok name as well. Connect with me, y'all, so you guys can see what I do outside of YouTube. So, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all.